Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out today's video. Today, we're going to take a look at a few more single clone mass drag raids. Alright, so jumping right into the first raid here, I'm always looking to cut the path. On this particular base, I don't get necessarily a lot of value, but that's what's surprising about the dragons, is sometimes you don't need to and you can still get the base. Okay, so I'm taking my time really looking at this base, thinking which side I want to come from. I know I'm coming from one of these sides. I end up choosing this side in hopes of getting this sweeper. Okay, so the balloons are coming in. I kind of go heavy on the balloons because I want to tank that air defense in the attempt to get deep enough to get that sweeper. So there we go. Of course I don't, because the angle I took brought the blimp too far away from the sweeper and it just blows the balloons away. I freeze the air defense to give that E-Drag a chance to shoot down another building. It doesn't, so I waste the freeze there. But now I'm at the dilemma of, okay, do I go right at the town hall or do I risk it coming backside? And given the fact that both sweepers were up and one was facing the back, I decided to come right at the town hall side and push through the sweeper that way, knowing I will at least get the 2-star. Came in here with a handful of balloons and 2 dragons to make sure I get that air defense down, get the path cut. Come down here with the electro dragon, and I really want that air defense down, so I used all the balloons. And here we go with the dragons, gonna push right at the town hall. Those balloons actually did soak up quite a few black mines, which was nice. Sweeper is kind of pushing the dragons around a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not using my rage on the town hall because there's just storages around it, so I wanted to use it for that back end. Now I got the heroes down, knowing that they're not going to pull the CC. Got the Royal Champ going into the single target Inferno, so I freeze it. She, of course, passed away from it, which was kind of a pain. And then it picks her up again, so she's going to get roasted. Put the poison on the queen so that I know my dragons will take her down without losing any of them. Dragons are slowly working their way up. Queen is still stuck down here, beating on walls. But right here, it's kind of looking like, I don't know, do I have a chance to actually pull this off? I still have the king. I still have a good handful of dragons. I got the electro dragon chaining a couple of things. And it looks like the E-Drag is going to get that eagle. And the queen's going around the outside. The only thing I have to worry about is that single doesn't go down. And right here, you notice the single is going to go down. And this is going to be a miracle triple. Granted, not the most upgraded base, but you don't get to choose what you face in Legend League. Alright, let's take a look at another raid. Okay, so this is a base I've seen a few times, not necessarily in Legend League, but in different wars. I never hit it with dragons, so I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do here. I think I settled on taking down this area here with the blimp, which means I'll have to freeze that sweeper. But if I can get most of this compartment down, I'll have a nice funnel to push to the town hall. So here we go, handful of balloons, tons of bombs back there, which is good that we trigger them now. And the blimp working its way in a little early on that freeze, so that was probably a mistake, ended up having to use a second freeze. And there we go. Got most of that compartment pretty much cleaned out. And the E-Drag kind of doing his thing, cleaning up the trash buildings to help create that funnel. I believe I come from the bottom, not the top. Let me double check. Just take my time with that E-Drag, I guess. Oh, I wanted to see which way he went. Use the baby to clean up some of this other trash. Okay, so now the E-Drag's coming in, gonna chain a lot of buildings coming this direction. There we go with the balloons and the drags. And here I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna do with the heroes? I put them up here, they're useless. Put them down here, they're gonna pull the CC, but they will help tank the scatter and get the king and the royal champion, hopefully. So I got my Royal Champion angled for that air defense to hopefully come over to the Eagle. Everybody's going in. The Dragons did take a little bit of a split. We have 4 on one side, 4 on the other with an E-Drag. Not the worst thing in the world, though. We hit the Tome here. All kinds of damage going on right here. That poison was placed very poorly, but when you have all the heroes and the dragons there, it doesn't really matter. You can push through it with that much firepower. So we're coming around the corner on this teaser. Just slowly working our way around. We still have the queen with ability, and she's got most of her health. Got a handful of dragons. The thing that's going to be the problem here is if we don't get that single target inferno, there's no hope for a triple. We're now down to just 2 dragons. So the queen's coming through. One of the dragons takes a Sam, and I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I need those dragons to take that down, or there's no hope. Even if they do, there's not a lot of time. So dragon does manage to get that down. I hit the queen ability to get the archer tower off of that dragon. And now we just have one more archer tower to worry about. I was really hoping to get through this a little faster so the dragon could take down this dark elixir drill. But he is not going to make it. He did get the archer tower down, and boy does it come down to time right here. But the queen does end up clutching it with just enough time. Pretty awesome. All right, let's jump into the next replay. Okay, so this base, I have probably seen this vase in various versions of this base probably 100 times now in Legend League. And what I've decided is I've tried coming in right at the corner here. I've tried coming in right at the corner here. Sometimes I come in at the top and that works. I tried coming in down this way to get that scatter shot down on this particular raid, and that worked really well for me. So I'm going to get the Royal Champion down here. But the drag's not going to get much more. Now, we did chain and clear out a lot of stuff down here. So I'm going to send the E-Drag at the bottom to basically just establish whatever funnel we need down here from all this trash. There he goes. He's coming this way. I decided to go ahead and put all the dragons in with him right here. And I'm going to drop the heroes right around here somewhere. And that's basically just to cut this funnel off to push them into the eagle and the scatter shot. Gonna rage up by the queen. Gonna freeze the queen and the eagle and the scatter shot. I felt like that was just a high value freeze to get there, so I took it. Gonna freeze the scatter shot again. We still have a freeze left for the town hall. I'm gonna rage up over that scatter shot and to the town hall. There we go. Get the warden ability. Got all the drags but one, which was a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Found the tornado, but already here, to me, I think this is looking like an obvious triple. I have the heroes going strong on the outside. I have tons of dragons inside taking down the Inferno towers and the air defenses. I mean, this is just looking really good. Although a couple dragons did go outside, didn't they? Royal Champ is in. She got the air defense down, but then the single target pretty much burns her up. But yeah, once we get to this point, now I'm starting to question, okay, is this going to be a 3? There's a single target Inferno and a sweeper. What path are we going to take here? And a ground expo, so the queen is just getting cooked. And again, it comes down to that question of, is this going to happen? The queen starts beating on the walls right there, so she's pretty much done. And now that the dragons are actually on this side of the sweeper, I go, okay, there is a chance that we can take this down if the dragons can path behind that sweeper. And we have the warden still. So there they go. Coming up. Now we're missing this hut over here on the corner. But there's going to be enough time to actually get that down. There they go. Got the Inferno, and the Warden is going to clutch that Builder Hut. Okay, let's take a look at another raid. Alright, so I don't know where I've seen this base before. Maybe people in my clan have it, or I've seen this base a few times. Again, never got to hit it. Tried it with Hybrid, I think, in Friendly Challenge, but this was a tricky base, and I didn't do very good with the Hybrid against it. But, that's not to say that it can't be done with the Hybrid. It definitely can. But here we have the dragons, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get this Inferno and take down this RC and live with whatever value we get out of this, right? So there we go. Let the dragon kind of do its thing. Balloons are just going to fizzle out over there. That's fine. And now I have the beginnings of a path. So put the heroes down. Gonna get the dragons in there. I'm kind of waiting for that queen to sneak up on that air defense. And there she goes. Here come the drags. And what this does, it's going to lead the dragons into this, right? And even if the sweeper pushes them, it's going to lead me straight to the town hall. So I'm really liking how this is looking. I used the champ ability, got both the sweepers down, which was nice. Got, again, most of my dragons, all but one, in the tome. Here we go, coming around the corner. Still have the poison, still have 2 freezes, use 1 here. And the balloons are going to take down that Inferno. I went ahead and froze the queen over here to allow these dragons to take her down and get the eagle as well. I just figured that was enough value to make it worth it. Here we go. Hoping that the dragons take that CC down before the heroes pull it. Not looking like that's going to be the case. Here we go. King pulls the CC, got 3 ice golems. Not the worst thing in the world. There's not a whole lot back here to take down this many dragons and the heroes. I still have the queen ability, so I'm feeling pretty good. This is going to be a triple for sure. There's nothing behind the walls that the troops can't get, but there's also a ton of dragons left, so even if there was, the dragons could probably take it all down. Have a sip of coffee while I watch this. Yep, just moving right along. Gonna go ahead and times 2. Finish this one pretty strong with a lot of drags left. Alright, let's look at the next one. Okay, here is gonna be the final replay of the day. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think I've seen this before. These diamond-shaped bases are becoming very, very popular. Let's see what I decide to do here. I can't remember if I go for the eagle. Nope, I'm going for the royal champ and the sweeper. And also the shape, like the size of this compartment, is going to give me a really nice funnel. So either side I want to go, I have a nice path. Okay, so there you go. We cleared out that whole corner, and now we can choose either side we want to go. The pathing is pretty good. The sweeper is going to bug us a little if we come from the bottom, but not really that big a deal. I chose the bottom because the CC is up here. I didn't want to risk the heroes getting into here or here and pulling out the CC. So I come from the bottom. Heroes here to work their way up, and also the heroes will eventually encounter this queen, which will help a little bit. I decided to put the royal champ down there as well, again because the CC's way up here. I didn't want to take the risk of having the royal champ pull the CC when we get to this place up here at 12 o'clock. Now, the thing I didn't think about is that if the royal champion lives long enough, and she does, she's going to pull the CC once she gets up to that air defense Inferno tower, which is really unfortunate, but The good thing is there's nothing shooting my troops really that are here when they're dealing with that CC. Now, I hate when the dragons do this. They split. I got a pack of drags up here and a pack of drags that were down here. And when they spread out like that, they get a little bit thin. But as long as we can get all the buildings down that the queen can't reach over the wall, then we're fine. The fails happen when we can't get those buildings and the queen has no way to get to them. It's either a time fail or she can't handle all the damage on the way through the base. So here we go. We still have the air defense up and it's not looking good for these drags. The queen is going to have to fight her way through the walls to get to that thing, and this is when this raid really struggles. If your dragons kind of fizzle out before you get all the buildings down that the queen cannot reach over walls, you really struggle. And I get a lot of time fails with this, 99%, 90 plus percents, but occasionally I get lucky and the queen has two hit points left, but all the buildings are down and there's enough time for her to beat through a maxed wall to take down an air defense. There she goes. And what do you know? Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really liking the Sui clone mass drag right now. I also still like the double clone mass drag. But yeah, I hope you guys find these replays useful, and I will see you in the next one.